Oh, shit.
We have a multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here. Hey, hello. Pacific Northwest. I said that word wrong, but we're going to go with it. This is my third take. Hey, Portland, June 7th. Spokane, June 8th. Seattle, June 9th, 10th. Tacoma, June 11th. And after that, June 14th, 15th, Orlando, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Nyack, New York, Oxnard, California, Vancouver, Chicago, Nashville, Memphis, Long Island, New York, Boston, Mass. Just go to my website. It's a lot. Come out to a show, baby. Today's guest is none other than my good friend. He's a big old homo. I'm just kidding. I could say that. He's my friend. Anyways, no, he's fantastic. And we talk on some dope shit. And he's absolutely hilarious. And he likes guns, flamethrowers, has aggression problems, ex-drug addict. I'm like, dude, you're my soulmate. I wish I was gay. I'll marry you. I'll marry you. We just can't go to the states that outlawed it again. He's Jason Ellis. He's absolutely funny. Wolfmate on Instagram. He's a fucking legend. Check him out. Check this out right now. He has the best poop story I have ever heard. It is fantastic. Tune in. Thank you. I love you all. Vibrate higher, everybody. Always, baby. We just learned a lesson. Stop whacking it. Stop it, Craig. Stop smoking the tweed. No, you do you. It's all good. It's all love. Tune in. Namaste. Bye. Hi.
Good for you, dude.
We're starting right there on the choke, baby. I'm like, let me get ready. I just inhale coffee. What's up? Okay, I just got into gold. I gotta make sure it's showing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I made it, man. I fucking made it.
Because you got into gold?
Nah, I just been a bum my whole life, no money, and now I could afford a $200 locket.
I get that.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, I remember that.
You've been big for a hot damn minute, bro.
I'm old, though.
I realized I probably watched you. If everybody's Jason Ellis, he's the fucking man, Wolfmate.
Yeah.
And I probably watched you skateboarding as a kid, dude.
Yeah.
And I had no fucking clue.
That's weird.
Isn't that a trip?
Did you watch Vert, guys?
I watched all that shit. I was into skateboarding, but I broke my leg on my first skateboard, and then I quit.
Pretty fair.
Yeah. I went down a quarter pipe.
I didn't, so I kept going.
You kept going, but you're a pro, bro.
I'm just saying, man, if I had broke my leg the first skateboard I got, that might have deterred me from continuing.
Dude, it split my tibia, and it was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I didn't break my stuff off real hard until I'd already sold my soul.
Gotcha.
By the time first time I really hurt myself, I fractured my wrist, and I popped my elbow out of the back of my arm.
Whoa.
And I broke my arm up here, so I shattered my whole arm.
Shit.
And
well, you're doing major vert ramps. You held the world record for biggest jump, right?
yeah, only because some other guy didn't want to do it for the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy that could. Danny Way is by far better than me. That's okay. I'm okay with it. And they called him because he jumped out of a helicopter, and they were like, "Do you want to break your world record for a bomb drop? You know, we'll give you 10 grand for the Guinness Book of Records." And Danny was like, 10 grand? Piss off. And they were like, do you know anybody that would do it for 10 grand? He's like, I know exactly who would do it for 10 grand. And he called me, and I was so stoked.
He just healed from a soldier.
Dude, he knew.
I said soldier.
There's levels, and he was making real money, and I wasn't. 10 grand was like life-changing. So, yeah, I jumped that gap, but there's only a few of us that know, and I always knew. It wasn't a big deal. Like, everyone was like, yeah, you're in the Guinness Book of Records. And I was like, yeah, for nothing.
Okay. I mean, that's something.
Out of anybody, sure. At the time, who could jump off something into a vert ramp the highest, I'm in the top 3 for sure.
That's so dope.
Yeah. But I knew when I did it that I was like, there's one guy that you guys should check out and give him the money, and then he'll jump. Because he ended up jumping. He broke my record. He jumped off the Hard Rock Hotel guitar into a ramp and crushed my record.
God, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and then I think somebody broke his record too, but it was just like, it's a bomb drop. It's really not that. It's kind of stupid, when you do it that high, could you get hurt? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. But it's still a little bit stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like skateboarding is not about bomb drops. You can do one, but if it's like, everybody gather around, I'm going to do the biggest bomb drop in the world, it's like, dude, it's easy. You know?
Not to me, dude. I did a quarter pipe the size of my chin and broke my leg. And I was
That's
like,
what happened?
Yeah. It was maybe head high. It was
Dropping in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hit the concrete. Done.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched all those old school movies. I forgot the fucking name, but Josh Brolin was in one of them. All those cheesy skateboarding movies, I would rent them all the time on VHS.
What ones
Like
are those?
You never watched them?
Cheesy ones?
They're all cheesy. They're about
What?
skateboarding, rollerblading, BMX, like
Dude.
in the air or like those.
You're watching the wrong videos.
No, I watched skateboarding.
You watched a video that a compilation of videos that involved rollerblading. You're watching the wrong videos. If they showed you skateboarding and then they showed you rollerblading, whoever showed you both are false advertisers and should fuck off.
They were movies.
Rollerblading is not skateboarding. If you
I
think
know.
it's similar, it's because you don't get it.
No,
It's like
I bought rollerblades and
Crocs
everybody
and
called me gay and I burned them
Teslas, you know? It's like,
immediately
ooh,
'cause
I
was
really like
12
that
years
car. Yeah, you know why you like that car? Because you suck.
old. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I really, you know what? Rollerblading. Yeah, you suck. It's okay to suck. I suck dicks, but you suck as a human.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
No, I know they're different, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm saying I watched all the movies about anything different, and then I got into skateboarding.
Oh, you mean movies?
Yeah, movies, not skate
like,
videos,
like
bro.
Gleam in the Cube.
Yeah, like those weird, like
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah.
yeah, they were terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really bad. But some of my friends were in it, like hired to be stuntmen in it and
Yeah.
actually skate. That sounded cool. Because you're on a movie set and you're only a skateboarder, so you don't have to answer to anybody. And it's like, we need you to jump that. And you can jump that really easy. Then you get catering and everybody thinks
Yeah.
you're cool. It's a pretty sweet deal.
Dude, I'm drawing blanks, but you know what I'm talking about.
I was in a skateboard movie.
Which one? I probably
Paul
watched-
Blart Mall Cop. Number one movie in the country for 2 weeks, baby. I got paid residuals. I did my own stunts in there. I fought Kevin James, and I got such a fat check every 3 months for that fight scene. It was crazy. It was like 35 grand a couple times, and I was like, whoa.
I don't believe I've ever been union. I've only done
Yeah, I got a SAG
non-union.
card.
I know. I can't wait.
I'm an
for that
actor.
shit.
I've been in such films as,
Paul Blart Mall
Paul Blart
Cop.
Mall Cop, yeah. And then I was in Haggard, Bam's movie. And then such films as Triple X. I was in Triple X, the first one.
Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel, he copied my style. I met him at a club, and then like at the movie premiere, he was wearing my exact getup. And my friend was like, dude. I'm like, I know, right? Because I'm pretty fashionable. You know?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're looking slick, bro.
Yeah, I like to live my life a quarter mile at a time.
I don't get it, but
That's
I like
what Vin
it.
Diesel said.
Now you're ripping off his slogan.
Yeah, payback,
He
baby.
stole- he stole your...
Take my shit, I'll take yours.
fit.
Yeah.
Can't believe you thought I watched rollerblading videos, bro.
You
Come
said
on, dog.
rollerblading videos. He
I
said it.
movies. I said movies.
You said, okay,
I
so
also
you watched
said-
a rollerblading movie?
No. Yeah,
Why?
because I didn't know.
But
No.
once you realized, you didn't turn it off?
No.
Like, rollerblade.
Rollerblades were cool.
No,
and-
they weren't ever.
No.
Never happened.
No,
It
you're not
never
letting
happened.
me finish the sentence.
Because it
then you took them. They were cool for 6 months. Then you took them to school, and then you got beat up, and then you stopped rollerblading.
Good.
And that's what happened.
Here's how it breaks down. No disrespect to rollerblading. It's good fitness, exercise, good for you. Nobody who's a skateboarder rollerblades. Rollerbladers sometimes skateboard.
This is true. No, I get it.
That's it. Google it. Ask your friends. It's just a fact.
You're getting defensive how, like, when people say ayahuasca's a drug, I go, no, it's not. It's a medicine.
It is a medicine.
I know. That's
I would be triggered also.
I'm not saying
That
I
and
like
rollerblading. Don't tell me.
I'm not comparing the two. That's where the miscommunication is. I just can't talk. I also said soldier instead of shoulder. So if you can...
that's weird.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get stuff wrong, bro.
Yeah. Is that from like your excessive drug taking days?
I have no idea.
Right.
It's annoying.
I know,
though.
me too, because I took a lot of drugs and I hit my head a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know which, and I'm dumb, so I don't know which one made me dumb.
You're not dumb.
I'm uneducated. There you go.
It's
I'm smart. It's just Did I go to school and remember all the things that you remember to sound smart? Not one. I didn't go. But am I like street smart? Like, do I know if you're a bitch or not? Yeah, I can catch that super quick.
Yeah, it's like, is it childhood trauma? Is it ADHD? Is it concussions?
I have all those.
Is it cocaine? Is it opioid? What is
Right?
it?
You take your pick.
Maybe a little bit of each.
That's the unfortunate, probably the truth right there. Might be a little killer combo right there.
Now I don't talk so good.
Yeah.
Now it's hard to formulate my thoughts and get what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said that all wrong.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, that's it. No,
All
I'm
right.
just kidding.
Good talking to you.
You've done ayahuasca too?
Yeah.
Isn't it phenomenal?
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
trying
good.
to tell the world it's too hard. It's hard to explain the unexplainable.
It's a doctor in a medicine. You take it, and then the doctor goes to work in your mind. He helps you sort out your problems in your mind. And then after the medicine, when it all wears off, he stays in there. And when you need to work things out, and you ask the doctor inside your mind after you took the ayahuasca, he will help you.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's like a therapist that I have in my head all the time.
it stays with you.
Yep.
Um,
Changed my life.
but I didn't know this. Did you know it as well as a subconscious and trauma, it gets rid of shit. Spiritual cleansing, it is a detoxifier for organs and shit.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
It
It's a
helps your organs.
purifier.
Ah.
It detoxes all sorts of shit. So it is a physical detoxifier as well as spiritual. Fuck. I'm not on
Yeah.
anything today.
You said spiritual. I got it.
I know.
I threw up the third day, and I felt like all this, like it was a real, because I didn't throw up the other days. The third day I threw up at the end, and I felt like I was throwing up this black tar, like all this poison was coming out.
Me too,
And
yeah.
I just kept going. And then after it was all done and the medicine wore off, I put the bucket, I poured it out into the toilet, and it was just vomit. And I was like, wait, I could have sworn.
No, that was a demon.
Yeah.
No. Those chunks was a demon.
Could have been.
No, I have only purged once out of 6 times, and I want to, because it feels like that. It
Yeah.
feels like something negative, some bad habit, some programming
Yep.
left you, and so you want it, more of it. And I'm over there shoving my finger down my throat. No, not really, but they say when you drink water, it can induce it. So I feel it, and I start chugging. And I did Hapé. Did you do Hapé?
Yep.
That
Lots of it.
shit's awesome.
Yeah, he gave me some afterwards, and I was snorting that for a while.
Yeah,
It was kind of fun.
I'm gonna get into that.
Yeah, I would get
You
it.
want to snort some
Yeah,
stuff?
if
bro?
they had, if I could buy it on the reg, I would probably have it because it fires you up.
I gotta connect. You need some?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I ran
Homemade.
out.
Brothers, yeah.
Love that stuff. And
Bro.
it feels like you're doing coke,
Yeah.
kind of.
great.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing a key bump, but you're not. It's not. Man.
No, I saw that and it absolutely terrified me because hot damn, I used to love me some cocaine.
Yeah, me too.
And it looks bad. It looks like
Yeah,
you're
it
like,
looks like
what is happening?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's organic tobacco
Yep.
and bark.
Yep.
It's completely plant-based, organic. It's sold legally at any hippie store where they sell
I didn't know
crystals,
that.
probably. Yeah, not all, but it's in there, and it does it. First of all, on let's say you're not a hippie and you don't believe in this spiritual woo-woo shit, it clears your fucking sinuses and
Yep.
makes you clear-headed.
Yeah.
But on another note, that shit like wakes up your blood cells. You feel
Yep.
that shit, and you're very clear-minded, and you set an intention.
Yep.
Like, I want to quit fucking whacking it or whatever.
What?
How do you not whack it?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
I mean, I don't.
I'm
I'm
so
not gonna
sick
quit.
of people saying, "Don't touch your penis." Like it's
no,
my
no.
dick. Like
Not like
anything.
that.
Oh, no, don't touch it too much. Like I'll touch it as many times as I fucking want. What is
No.
everybody's deal?
Yes, I got shit to do. Nobody needs to whack off
Okay.
3 times a day, bro.
If you are like, I gotta go somewhere and I gotta be somewhere, but fuck it, I'm gonna jerk off. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. But
I'm just saying there's a balance to everything. I'm not gonna quit whacking off.
Why do you need to quit whacking off?
I'm not. You're not listening. I just I want to get all my
You
habits.
whack off too much. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why can't you stop whacking off so much?
I'm horny. What the fuck fucking think, man? I'm fucking Randy, bro. I'm like, oh great, the wind went by. Let me
So
go
wait, you
whack
jerk
it
off,
real
and then
quick.
how many hours before you have to jerk off again?
Sometimes I'll jerk off the second time and forget that I already jerked off the first time. That's why I'm like, you got problems, bro.
Wait, you jerk off like back to back?
Not back to back. I'm not a psycho. Maybe like an hour goes by,
Yeah.
and then I forget that I whacked it, and I'll go back. It's
But
kinda
in
like,
total, how many a day?
not too bad. Like three. Three's bad. I think I don't like
don't think
doing it
three's
three.
bad.
I want it to be one. One's fair. One's because that's maintenance. Nobody needs to be busting 3 nuts a day.
I bust 3 nuts a day.
Looking good.
Not with my hand though.
You're like, I was whacking it in the car right before
I just
this
bang people all the time.
Yeah, that too.
I feel like that's a cool thing to do. If I get 3 people and then I have dinner, I feel like that was a good day.
That's a good day.
Yeah. I don't feel bad about it. I mean, I didn't trick anybody into doing it. They all wanted to, you know?
No, it's not that. It's just I want all of my lust for pleasure to be at a balance. Like even like my weed, I didn't smoke today or last night, but you know, I want everything to be ceremonial. Like, just like I've been a fiend and an addict my whole fucking life. I'm just tired of that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just like why I gotta eat so many cookies? Why I gotta lick so many pussies? I'm just kidding, but you know,
I never said that.
I know.
I don't know, man. I feel like drinking and stuff, you know. Cause
Are you sober?
Yeah.
How long?
Couple years now. Like I stopped doing hard drugs when my first kid was born, and then drinking off and on. By the time I quit and then came back to it, I drank, but not like I used to. I used to drink and get drunk like really hard. Whenever I drank all the drinks until I was smashed. That's how I drank, and then I figured out how to drink responsibly. But even that, when I got older, I just noticed that even if I had like a bottle of wine for dinner with my wife, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good enough to skate or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then it became kind of every day. So then I never really felt like doing really physical stuff anymore. And I was like, that's a problem. Somehow, Jason, you've done it again. You've ruined yourself. And then I quit again and maybe drank just every now and then I got a heart condition where I had my heart goes into AFib and I can die of a stroke, and then I went to the doctors and I had all these procedures, and then they told me that there's something that a lot of people get now, like Christmas and Thanksgiving, people come in with their heart goes into AFib because if you drink a lot of alcohol it can trigger that, even in people that don't have my disorder, but for me definitely it can. So it was like,
Damn, I didn't know that.
if you drink, you could make your heart go into AFib. So instead of drinking occasionally, I was just like, okay. I always had a feeling that alcohol was going to kill me. And now it's like official. Like a doctor was like, if you drink, you'll die or potentially die. So that made it really easy to not do that again. But I am a fiend. I am an addict like you. So I've tried to figure out, I smoked more weed. I probably have sex more to try and like make up for things. I try to, I do dangerous things.
Yeah,
Because those things get me away from the thought of you can't drink ever again. Because that's really all I want to do. I want to get drunk. I want to paint myself blue, and I want to get a log, and I want to take shrooms, and I want to go over the hill and fight another group of people, to the death. Or win and then drink more that night and fuck some whores.
yeah.
Because that's where I feel it in my bones. I'm a Celtic warlord in denial, living in a city life, city guy who really just wants, 51 feels weird. I shouldn't be here.
I've never related more to someone in all my life.
Right?
Minus the blue part. I didn't get that. But
you know
blue
that-
is my favorite
Dude,
color.
they
I do
painted-
love
they-
blue.
did you know that?
Freedom.
Did
Oh,
you
that's
know that?
Braveheart. No.
Yeah, Braveheart ripped it off and made it look cool, with actual artistic paint. They didn't do that. They covered themselves in blue paint, not in a stylish way. Just they were blue, naked, on shrooms. That's how they fought. And because the English wouldn't let them have weapons, they made their own shit out of rocks and logs and stuff. So the way I heard it was they're naked, tripping, not on the planet tripping, And then they all organize themselves over a hill, playing the scary music. They got this scary trumpet thing they do.
That would be the most terrifying thing ever. These guys are blue, they're on drugs,
Yeah.
and they got rocks, and they
And-
don't care if they die.
And they got a creepy whistle thing that sound like it's all eerie. So in the forest, you just hear this eerie horn sound. And then these blue trippers come out, like screaming bloody murder. They can't even see you. So they don't care if they die.
Yeah.
And that's the only way. I don't want to fight thinking whoever gets me first, you can die. Because I've had fights with people where I'm like, if he touches me first, I go to sleep. And I was like, oh, that's uncomfortable. But if you're like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I hope you hit me first, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't care. I really don't care. To get there, that's how I want to fight. Like, I don't want to fight with any fear. I want to fight with, like, welcoming it, and I believe that they figured it out.
Yeah, I never want to fight. I can't fight. But then I still...
You will go, though.
I go... He
I
saw
can tell.
me. Yeah. I'm like, well, we're going to the death, and I'll probably die, but here's where we're going.
You weren't going to die.
I know.
Me and my friend were going to...
When I slapped the heckler, and he wouldn't shut up, I told that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell it again, because he witnessed it. I don't know. I just got my daddy
Yeah, because
in
he
me.
was you could tell it because he was inappropriate to me first, and I was like, "Really, dude?" And then I said to the bigger guy, because the bigger guy said, "I'm not a fucking homo or whatever," and I was like, "Oh, you're not a homo? Well, that's good to know, dude." And then he looked up at me, and I was like, "Are you gonna?" And then I don't say anything because I don't want to fight. I just go, "If you move in my reach, I'm going." Because you're not getting me.
Yeah.
And that's fear. I'm not confident. I'm just like, if you get within arm's reach, you could hurt me. So I'm going to hurt you. I don't want to, but I'll be damned if that dude gets a hold of me. So I just put my foot back and I was like, if you get up, I'm kicking you in the head.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then you came up and just said, hey, say some shit, bitch. Like, I'll go. You don't know me. And I was like, whoa, I am a pussy. Like, all I did was like, really, dude? And let it go. Like,
I had my hand on my knife, and I was like, no, I wouldn't do that.
you said something about being Mexican.
Yeah, I
And,
said
like,
I think
you
I
go
threatened
right
to stab
now.
him or something.
Yeah. I was like, you pump faked his ass. He went for it. He was
I
like,
slapped him.
he did not want to go.
And,
He like walked out. They both walked out. I was in
can't-
awe for several reasons. Awe because you're smaller, and I'm like, damn it. He's ready to go. I respect the shit out of that guy. And also, we're comedians, but I'm new. And I didn't know you could check a guy for being that inappropriate. I was like, wait, you can tell the guy to shut the fuck up? I didn't know that. Which was another lesson.
I probably wouldn't have done that at the Hollywood Improv, but it was a bar.
Oh, wow,
it was a bar show.
Because I took that as if someone does that to me, no matter where, I can do that. I'm glad you clarified.
Don't do that at the
because
Laugh
I was
Factory.
totally gonna do that at the Laugh Factory.
You'll get banned.
Oh wow!
You can't threaten to stab someone.
Oh, okay. Thank God
At the
Man, I'm so
factory.
glad we brought that up. The next heckler was getting it from me. I was gonna do a straight up Craig on him. The fuck. I'm from the Outback, we fucking roll. Like, I was gonna do that.
There's just something that happens when you get pushed to your limits, where you just go, I can't. He was in the wrong.
Yeah.
I don't.
He heckled everybody before us too.
He heckled. I can't talk. He
The lady.
heckled. He heckled.
The girl.
Oh fuck, who was it? He heckled Jesus Trejo,
Yep.
you, me, and I forgot. But then
Some girl. That was the one where I was I really don't like this.
and I had to do 30 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this with you doing that.
Yeah.
And
And there's no stage, so he's pretty much even Stevens with
yeah,
your
we were
level.
also this far apart.
Yeah.
And then when I think what made me go 0 to 100 so fast is because when he was fucking with y'all, it makes your blood boil.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I guess I just go that way for injustice.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it because I felt like he was definitely,
I know.
oh, you're a fucking homo. And I was like, come on, man. Like, you kind of look like you suck it too,
He did.
He did. He might be
He's
one of
just
those denial
closeted.
guys. There's a lot of denial guys out there.
Yeah, you do everything, bro. You did skateboarding,
Yep.
MMA,
Yep.
gay.
Hey, that's a thing.
Yeah. Happy Pride.
MM gay.
MM.
It's my new show.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
race cars too.
Oh, yeah. I did
I
remember.
race moto. Poorly, but I did do it. But I love motorsports.
Damn, that shit's wild.
Jumping cars is
Most people are
cool.
afraid to do one thing. You've done like 9 things.
Well,
That's
I feel like once
phenomenal.
you go through the fire one time, then you kind of know that there's good stuff on the other side of the fire and everything.
Yeah,
So you
no,
just
that's
gotta
what
put
I
yourself in
immediately respected you in comedy because you're not a pussy and you immediately threw yourself into the fire into
Right.
every fucking open mic, every club. And let's just say when somebody comes in at a certain status, they don't do that.
I kept getting told that,
They don't.
and it was very surprising to me
You went straight
that
to
people were like, I didn't know that you would come here. And I'm like, what do you mean I wouldn't come here? And they're like, well, you know, people like you, and I'm not going to say a name, but somebody referred a name that I've heard a couple times where they put me in the same category. And I'm like, what? Like, how does that work? Because, like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, we won't do
He's a
that.
nice guy, but people talk shit on him for being famous for not comedy and being thrown into comedy and being so big in comedy so fast.
You went
And he
straight-
likes cool shoes and cool pants like I do. So I think they were like, you're like that, right? Like, and I'm like, first of all, I don't have any big comedy friends that are trying to throw me into anything. And I know that I don't know anything. And I don't want to be thrown into anything. I'm not good enough.
You went
So
straight.
I don't want a freebie. I want to work for it. I don't want... Here's the thing. I've been good at skateboarding. I've been good at radio. I've been good at things. I know what you get out of it. I know what it takes to get there. And because I've been here, this is not my first rodeo. I know that, like, oh, I want to be a famous comedian that gets everybody to like him. And then I get a lot of money and I get a private jet. That's not what it's about. Like, I used to think that about radio. I used to think that about skateboarding. Like, the extra. Like,
Yeah.
well, what if I get, like, oh, so-and-so's got a Porsche. If I do this trick, I could get a Porsche. In the end, from skateboarding, what I got from it is I worked at it so hard that at one point it was attached to me. Even when it was away from me, I knew where it was and I could catch it without looking at it. And I ran that ramp. I had a feeling every time I dropped in that was bigger than drugs, bigger than anything cool in my life, where I've never had so much joy in me ever than when I was like doing 10-foot method airs. Easy though. Like I would do 10-foot airs and look at people on the deck. Like I'm having,
Yeah.
well, not what's up, but I was having
No,
the time of my life. I ran that thing. And when I look back at my career in skateboarding, remember when Guinness Book of Records? Fuck off. I don't care about that. Like,
Yeah.
remember when you did something? Nah. I remember when I was the best dude on the ramp, according to me. Didn't matter what everyone else thought. I had the best tricks, best style, most power, and I was aggressive. Like, I was fucking unpredictable. I loved the way I skated, and I love skating. That was what I got. And with my friends. Being with your friends that are also loving it. That was the thing that what I don't want to lose from skateboarding, that's that. Like the money, or like if somebody recognizes me at fucking 7-Eleven, dude, you used to rip. I appreciate that. But that's nowhere near what the best thing was. The best thing was I was ripping.
Is ripping.
So in comedy,
is ripping.
I don't like if somebody gets like getting gigs, that feels good. Like, because the community is like, hey, you don't suck. You can come. I'm like, nah. Okay, cool. But I want to be good at comedy. I don't care about stadium. I don't even believe that's
No,
possible. I care about going up like you do.
There's no
You were the
better
first guy.
feeling.
You know, this is the first guy. I didn't know who he was. And I was at Ha-Ha's. And I did a set. And it was pretty bad. I also didn't know that at Ha-Ha's, not a lot of people laugh at you. So I was like, man, I'm really bad. And then he came up. And I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just some asshole who's like open mic on his way up like I am. And I was like, oh my God. Like, he is amazing. And I don't even know this dude. Like, wait, there's more of these cats out here like this? Like, okay, now, dude, that night was like, I drove home and I drove from there all the way to here because I used to live down here, and it was like 1 a.m, going down the 405, shook from you. Like, I was like, you have no, that's more like it. That's what I expected. I expected to be blown away and go, how the fuck do you get that good at comedy? That's what I thought.
The trenches.
But I also maybe
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning. I was like, I'm gonna get it. Like, you didn't deter me. You drove me to be like, oh, don't think you're just gonna go to Ha-Ha's for like 6 months and then all of a sudden, hey, everybody, check out my. Nah, you're gonna be in this for a long time before you sound like him. It was really impressive,
Thank you.
dude.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, when you were talking about
And I've hit my head a lot. I can't believe I remember
me
that.
too, bro. I got dents. Oh shit!
You really got dents?
Yeah.
Me too. Look at my back of my head. I got like I fractured my skull.
Oh yeah, I got one right here. It's like a little golf ball. Something
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens.
Concrete, you know.
The last fight I had, the dude beat me up so bad that my head is like different shape. Like this jaw's in more and that one's out more.
Oh yeah, just stick to stand up.
I still won.
Isn't it good for you? But
But
your
man,
head,
that-
but your
that
head
first-
didn't.
That first round was a doozy.
You won, but your bone structure lost.
After the first round, when I sat out on the chair, and everybody in my corner was like, "Whew, okay, well, don't do that again." Like,
You're alive. All right. Now go back out
I could
there.
feel them being more worried than I was. I was like, "This is bad. This is gonna be bad."
No, your speech about not speech. I
Yes.
can't talk. Your speech about skateboarding inspired me because that is what it's about. No matter what it is, whether it's fucking football or knitting a quilt or stand up or skateboarding, just that you dive in it so much that it just becomes second nature.
That is like
And that's all I've ever wanted.
the
in
Bill Burrs
stand-up.
of the world. You
Oh
know,
my
when
God.
they grab a mic, I just go.
I just did a gig with him last night. That guy's the fucking GOAT. That guy is
Right?
the best.
And Mark Maron, I saw him at the store the other day, and he was like, I don't know. I'm sure it'll work out. And I was like, wait, what? That's how you start? And then on he goes to ripping. I'm like, you don't even know what you're going to say, and it's funny. Fuck you. You're
Yeah.
amazing.
So
I want that. I want that. I just want to be Mark Maron. I don't care if I don't need to talk to Obama. I just want to be as funny as Mark Maron. That's it. I don't care about the bonus part.
and there's different tiers to this shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm grateful you saw me and thought that, and I am comfortable with taking compliments now.
You should be.
So thank you. But then there's a whole nother level where you see like Bill Burr. It was slam dunk, perfect example. You're just like, oh come on,
Yeah.
how am I gonna get there? It's just this
Wow.
elite level. This
Yeah.
guy. He's
Yeah.
the GOAT. Dude, he came the wrong night. I'll tell the story. This is so funny. I'm doing Tammy Jo Darren's show. She produced the show at the Comedy Store on Sunday and Monday. Sunday was a fundraising charity event for sober women, some abused, just like it's mainly a women's event.
I could have gone to that.
And it's also Pride, and so it's. And then Burr comes on Sunday, not Monday. Monday was regular show, and she was like, "Oh," and he's like, "What?" And she's like, "You're supposed to be tomorrow." He's like, "I'm out of town tomorrow. I'm here right now." And then of course they threw him up, and then this motherfucker goes out and does 20 minutes bashing women in front of an all women's audience, and he fucking
And they're all laughing.
and they're all laughing. He
Yeah.
wins them over. He says something crazy. They all go, and then he gives facts, evidence, and he's just ranting about his wife. And it's the funniest shit I've ever seen
Right.
and heard. I'm howling, and I'm like, that's why he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He didn't pull back. He went right fucking at him.
Yeah.
And it was the best shit I ever saw. And it was awesome. And I've seen, he has those moments all the time. Like maybe we'll get one here and there. I've seen Bill Burr do legendary moments like that, like 8 times.
Yeah.
He's just the man, bro.
Yeah.
And he's so kind and generous to comics. And he's just the shit, dude. He does like my belly room show every so often. He did my fucking podcast. He doesn't have or need to do, he just does that to help comics.
He was on my serious show a long time ago, and I felt like I was annoying to him.
He'll let you know.
He was nice to me, but I think I talked too much. I was a different person back then.
Yeah. You're probably just on the shit.
I kept saying he's the comedian's comedian, and he was like, I don't really like being that. And I was like, oh, well, I already said it. Sorry.
And he's very humble and
a little too humble.
Yeah, he won't take like, I'll be like, you're the best.
He
He's
didn't
like,
like
I'm
it.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, just say it, man. Just say it one time. I'm the
just say
best.
yes.
Yeah.
And he's just a nice guy, and he's also into like bettering himself, and I feel like you are too, and I'm drawn to you because of that, and I that's what I'm about. It's just like, yeah, we're fucked up. Yeah, we just let's heal. Let's do Hapé. That's just me, because I don't know how to deal or cope, so I just search for medicines that aren't, pharmaceuticals or made by man, more
Right.
plant-based.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
Do you exercise?
No, I really need. Okay, I do in the
I heard
lazy
that's
way.
good for you.
I know I have to and need to, and shame on me. I do long beach walks, but I'm a lazy fuck. I don't lift weights. I should.
You want a kettlebell or something?
I should.
'Cause it's real easy. I get like it's boring and lame and kind of hurts. But if I give you one kettlebell and I teach you like 3 different things to do with it, so you just do 3 different things 3 times each.
I
You know what I mean?
might
You do the reps and you can do it in your room. Like you don't have to go anywhere to do it.
I might do it.
It just gives you a little bit more core strength, and then also it's different than cardio. Like doing some lifting does something with your what's that thing that you squeeze that when you do ecstasy it rips?
Secretes a little dopamine out.
Yeah, the dopamine. So if you do some squats and stuff, it's like cheers you up, I reckon.
No,
and the cold plunge. You should do that.
I do a little. I'm a lazy sucker. I do a little
You've
bit of
stated
all
that.
of it. I'll take cold showers. That I'm pretty consistent on. I don't go in the ocean. I could and should do that because
You
it's
have it
more.
right,
It's
yeah.
right fucking there.
I get it
But it's
though.
like
I live
extra
down the road
cold.
here, and it's
extra
I
cold.
was like, I'm going in every day. I went in like once a week.
Yeah, I do
At
the
best.
cold showers, and that's my buddy owns a little gym, South Bay Kettlebells, and I was fairly fit. I've worked out maybe 3 different periods of my life, and I got a fast metabolism. I got no excuses. I get fit fast. I like get all jacked.
You can hit pads if you want. Come over to my house. I'll teach you how to hit pads.
How far are you now? Are you down here again? I'll go over
No.
every day, bro.
No,
I got no friends
Oh
down
yeah, I
here.
just realized. No, you're screwed.
Anytime it's far,
I
I'm
moved
like,
back up to all the other people.
yeah, I know.
I had to.
I get it. If you're hanging out a lot, I'm on the road a lot now, so I don't have to. But if I was in the Hollywood scene, this commute would be awful.
Yeah, I just think for right now, how many times I drive to different, especially lately, all the clubs in Hollywood that I go to. If I lived here,
You would quit comedy.
I wouldn't quit, but it does. I noticed from driving after the show from down to here, then driving to where I live now, and I was like, ooh, that was easy.
Yeah.
That was, you would say, convenient almost.
Yeah.
You know, you get home at a regular time, and you
I literally turn into an old lady. I'm like, oh, it's getting late. I better
Yeah.
make this hour-long drive
yeah,
home.
because you do.
You don't hang out as much. And it sucks
We
because
should
it's
shoot
fun.
too.
Yeah. I just got a shotgun in 22.
I got a lot of guns, and I haven't used them for a while.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
should go shoot together and film it.
yes.
I think it'd be a good idea. You and I hang out and shoot stuff.
I absolutely agree. I can't
We should
wait.
go to Rohoggies.
I don't even know where that is.
Rohoggies is an outdoor shooting place, and they got like all kinds of different places to shoot different targets. They got the ones with like it's a chicken and all that, and you hit little ting 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 ting. You
Oh,
can
those
hit
are
all
my
those.
favorite.
Or you can do tactical training. Like I got a, you learn how to shoot, and the other person protects you. And then when you change out magazines, you gotta like you gotta keep your eye on it and drop the mag and put the other one in. So
I want to do all this shit.
it's fun. To
My
learn
buddy
that.
was
'Cause it gets
training-
boring just shooting. Like hit the target, especially if you got a assault rifle. Like I got a freaking scope on it. Like I can hit anything.
Yeah.
After an hour of like ding ding ding, I'm like, okay, I got to do an army roll or something. I'm getting bored.
My
So we
buddy.
can do army rolls. This is a really bad idea. I just realized you and I doing army rolls with assault rifles. I just realized we should.
Got a new head injury. My
Man.
buddy was training. He's a comic. He's funny. He's a good actor too. And he I don't know if he wants me to name him, but he was training one of those, and
Yeah.
he fucking shot his leg.
I've been told I got a lesson on drawing and shooting from somebody, and then I started doing it and I filmed it, and a person who's a really good shooter, like a fast drawer guy, and it's like he's a member of the whatever the gun thing, like he's out of his fucking mind, bless his heart, but he saw my video and was like, hey, I love you, dude. You know what I mean? I know you're all hopped up on doing the gun thing, but do me a favor and stop doing that quick draw shit because you're not at a level where you should be doing that. And I was like, why? And he's like, people shoot themselves, dude, in the leg and stuff.
All
I was
the
like, I
time.
wouldn't do it, but then I thought, yes, I would.
Yes, you would.
So I stopped
Yes,
doing it.
you would. I learned. Thank God, my lessons came with lesser of weapons like the BB. My dad was like, "Don't shoot it at the brick wall; it'll bounce back." I'm like, psh. And then one came back, hit me right here,
Oh, damn.
and I was like, "Oh, that's what he meant by that." Okay, lesson learned.
I used the dummy bullets to practice.
I made potato cannons as a teen. And
You knew how to make those. I never knew how to make that.
Anarchist cookbook. It was floating around when you were a kid.
I don't know how to read, so especially
I don't
back
know.
then.
We all had it. It was common.
I did not.
It was a bad book. A lot of bad stuff in there.
Sounds
Anyways,
cool.
I know when you're 12, you're like, anarchist cookbook.
Right?
It's fantastic.
So you
I'll
shot a
read
potato
this.
gun.
Get that Bible out of here.
I totally would have got that advice.
And I made a potato cannon, but you make it out of PVC pipe and PVC glue, and I forgot to glue one section of the chamber, so when I clicked the igniter and it just blew apart, and then the flame blew up the side of my body, engulfed me, and it burnt my shirt and some of my hair. I'm like 12 years old in the garage by myself.
Cool.
And I'm just like this, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we're all right.
And did you make another one?
Yeah.
And glued it right.
Oh, yeah.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned, God. Thanks for all my fingers.
Oh, man.
I just like mischief. Like, I like breaking the law, but not like real laws. Like, yeah, get the bad people, but like, if I'm blowing stuff up, leave me alone.
Yeah, like burnouts in the parking lot.
Like
Don't
drugs.
be giving me a ticket for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if there's a burnout in the parking lot and there are a bunch of kids there, okay, give me a ticket. But if we're talking 0 people in the parking lot, it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm chirping it up, doing 360s, you should leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, you did it too, copper.
Yeah, I'm just letting off some steam. You know how it is,
Go
copper.
get a murderer or a robber.
You ever had some steam you had to get off? Like,
Yeah.
and my car's built to do burnouts, and you're going to tell me I can't do burnouts? You're going to give me a slap on the wrist for burnouts? What are you, Captain Killjoy?
Yeah.
Let me live, motherfucker.
So what? I took out some public property.
Oh, that. See, if I did that, he's different. If I did that, you could give me a ticket. I'll pay for it.
I agree.
I should not have hit that.
I'm fair. I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
But if you're coming at me for some skid marks,
How do you know I have skid marks right now? How the hell do you know I got gas? That's from, what's that, Dumb and Dumber? Oh, classic.
yeah. So
Yeah.
let us do little illegal things, you know?
I've been, I have trouble focusing. I not today, but I've been taking lion's mane.
Yeah. Wait, that does some?
I don't know.
Wait,
does it?
lion's mane is mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that totally does. Wait.
Does it help though?
What do
Non-psychoactive.
you mean help what?
No, it's
Help
Amazon.
you get high?
It's Amazon. No, I got the high
Wait,
one.
you got
too.
mushrooms off Amazon?
There's different forms of mushrooms, sir.
Oh, wait, ones that don't trip.
Yeah.
Oh, why do you want that?
Because it's supposed to help you fucking focus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if
If you try the real
I
ones,
try to
they
tell
fucking
you that, and you
they
went,
help too.
I'm trying to fucking tell you. You go,
Sorry. You trigger me a lot. Sorry. Very easily triggered.
No, I got the gummies somewhere around here.
Mushroom gummies.
Yeah, those will fuck you up.
Oh,
I got
at
real
the
mushrooms.
smoke shop.
Yeah,
I
I
got
got
those.
psilocybin mushrooms
Yeah.
and gummies. I got psilocybin mushrooms, and then I have lion's mane mushroom off Amazon, non-psychoactive. It's supposed to help you fucking focus.
Does it?
I think so, because when I don't, it's one of those things when you take it you don't notice, but then when you don't take it you're like, oh, I'm not talking so good today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it does work, because as I'm talking on the pod, I was like, I forgot my lion's mane. I keep saying something. Anyway,
Yeah, I would do that then. Amazon, you say?
yeah, I don't know. I saw it on fucking TikTok. Lion's mane spelled. He does all the research. He's very knowledgeable. What does it do, Tiger?
I think it actually builds new neurons in your brain.
yeah,
I
we
need-
need
for sure,
that. I'll
yeah,
go.
for
We'll,
sure.
we'll eat
Right.
the bottle right now.
I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure I'm tapping out of neurons right now. I'm fucking
Me
neuron
too,
free.
bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
right?
fuck. I'm like, come on,
I
Terry.
need to neuron up right now.
Get the neurons.
Lion's mane. All right.
Get the neurons.
I just do shrooms.
Yeah,
It's good if you pair that with shrooms too. It like focuses.
yeah. That guy, the Mushroom Man on the documentary, said that.
Like-
Stamets.
Paul Stamets. Yeah.
Stamets. That fucker.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm into biohacking because I
Yeah.
don't know how to do it on my own. So I'm like, fuck. And I can't take narcotics because
Yeah,
I like it
me too.
too much.
Dude, I got addicted to Kratom.
How'd you do that one?
I got sponsored by it. So they were paying me and sending me these shots. So I would drink a shot after I skate or after I train. And I was like, it kind of loosens me up a little bit. Cool. And I don't drink anymore. So I was like, this is kind of cool. Like if I go out and do stand-up and everyone's drinking, I'll do a shot and I don't feel so bad. And then I was like, I'll do 2. 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. And I was like, hell yeah.
The slippery slope
I'll
has
do-
begun.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I'm doing 4 or 5 a day. And then I wake up and I'm like, man, I feel like shit. I'll do a shot and it'll feel better. And I did. And I just didn't. Right there, I should have caught it. But I was like, yeah, I feel better. Big deal. Look, dude, you're addicted to a lot of things. What's so bad about this one? And then it starts doing what the alcohol used to do. I don't want to go to the gym anymore. I'm too hungover. I don't want to go to skate anymore. Like, I don't feel that good. And then I was like, right, I got to quit. And then I tried to quit. And the first day, after like 4 hours of not taking it, my eyes start watering. I'm yawning.
I
I'm
was
like,
gonna say, like,
I'm like-
everyone has bad stories about this shit. What is it for then?
I
Is
don't
it
wanna-
to get people off heroin?
Yeah,
I
but
heard that.
Yeah.
but it is an opioid. So
It's-
you're just basically replacing opioid with a
That's what
weaker
I mean,
opioid.
Like, if you're getting off heroin on the kratom, that's okay. If you're just getting on the kratom,
That's
no.
the difference. That's the difference.
No.
If you're nodding off and sucking
No.
dick and losing your life, do kratom. If you're just like smoking weed and you're like, wow, this is better than alcohol, you made a huge mistake. And I don't want to say, I know kratom people get angry when I do this, so I'm not
Probably
trying to
because
make...
they're withdrawing from kratom.
I'm just... Because it's all different. The one that I was doing might have had something else in it. It had kava in it as well. And apparently there's a thing that when you get off that, after using it for a long period of time, you have a lot of side effects that are also bad. But, dude, instead of going to a doctor, I had a brain scientist. He called me and goes, you need to get off that. And I'm like, I know. I'm trying to wean off. He's like, no. White knuckle it. And I'm like, you sure about that, dude? He's like, you can take it. It's not going to be easy, but you can do it. Just lock yourself up, get it done. So I get an Airbnb because I'm in the middle of a divorce, and my ex-wife is like, we're doing better now, but for at least the first month we like hated each other while living in a house together. It's been really lame. So I get an Airbnb for 4 days. First 2 days, I'm freezing cold, shaking, not hungry, can't really eat, can't really sleep. Day 3, I am in real trouble. I'm starting to think about how I might just go to the store and get one because this is going too far. Day 4, I got the heater on 84. I got a hoodie on, covered in blankets, freezing, sweating my face off, shaking. And then I tried to go to jacuzzi to try and heat myself up, and my legs started locking up and my arms locked up, and I couldn't get in because I couldn't use my arms. And then I fell to the side in a fetal position and started shaking uncontrollably, and to the point where I was like, I got to stop this. So I came up with a good idea. I will headbutt the concrete and concuss myself to stop me from shaking. And it worked long enough for me to roll a joint, and then the joint took the sting off a little bit, long enough my arms to move, and then get myself in the jacuzzi, but still hold the ledge just in case my legs don't work again.
Yeah.
That's from Kratom. That's recent.
That's a bad sponsor, you know?
Yeah, I'm not. Notice how I'm not bringing up the name because I don't want to get sued or anything. But
The sponsor made me concuss myself.
that was the best part about it, man. That was the highlight of that whole stay. It was like, I was like, this is a really bad idea, but you know what? It worked.
That's so funny. Yeah, the fiend. You got the fiend.
Yeah.
A lot of
You never
us
get
do.
out.
Don't
always
say
there.
that. Don't say I've been trying to get out.
You just got to fight it for the rest of your life. You got to fight it.
It's
You're a
fucking
fighter.
exhausting.
Yeah, but you're a fighter.
Ah.
Sometimes I get tired. And I don't
Why
want
you
to
think
fight.
I got a knife? I need help. I'm just fighting my demons.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Yeah,
Why do we always want to get fucked up?
because life sucked so bad at one point. You just don't ever want to face it ever again.
Yep.
It's a bad habit. Oh man, this is terrible. I got to get out of here. And then I got a few tricks up my sleeve on getting out of here.
Drugs.
I don't need a car, motherfucker.
Self-destructive behavior.
Yes.
Guns.
Yeah.
Danger.
Wait, doesn't it guns?
No, I'm just saying you
We're
play
using guns in a responsible way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're the only guest I've ever had that likes guns. Everyone's like, oh.
What's crazy is I seem like the last person that would like guns because I'm half a homo. And it's like not supposed to add up. Like, I believe trans people deserve equal rights, and it's
And
like,
the
it's like, wait, and
AR-15.
you like guns? I know, right? It's weird, huh?
You get your tits and your dick and that gun, baby. Get it all. You got the whole package.
I couldn't think of anything hotter.
God, that's so funny.
Man.
I love it all too. I'm just like, just back up. Who cares? Don't post pistols online though.
Oh yeah.
You get shadow banned.
Oh,
They,
that seems a bit inappropriate.
I would agree, but it's happened to
Oh,
me. It's
I didn't know
happened to
that.
others. Yeah. If you're promoting holistic health or pistols, they shadow ban you.
Oh well, You said two things that, sure, but also some of those people in the holistic world are spinning some stupid shit, and yeah, they should be taken care of because
Well, it's not my fault. People believe the guy that says
I know,
drink
but
your own piss.
a lot of people do.
But the
That-
other
that's
guy
pretty-
that says lay on the ground, I like that guy.
drink on piss is not that hurtful. If you drink piss, it doesn't do anything, but it doesn't kill you or make you an asshole or ruin anyone else's life. But some of the stuff they suggest you do, or the truths that they try to make up, makes
what
other
are they
people's
saying
lives
that-
difficult. Like
Which
the
one?
trans thing. A lot of holistic people have opinions about trans rights, and I'm like, wait, why don't you, get back to telling me how to swing a kettlebell? You don't know shit. Like, do you know trans people? Because I find that most of those people have never met one or like befriended one or had a family member that's one. And if you haven't had that, then your point of view is kind of clueless. You haven't experienced it. It's kind of like, how should we treat black people if you're white? Like, what?
How about we're all
you never
human
lived there.
and
You
we
don't know
just
what
chill
it's
the
like.
fuck out, and it's all love.
That's if it doesn't add up to that, then I'm not for you. I don't care if you've got a gun or a dick and boobs. If you're not for equal, then I'm not for you. I don't care if God told you or your yoga instructor told you or your fucking gun enthusiast told you. If it's not equal, you're a piece of shit. That's the end of it.
I'm down with that.
Black, trans, gay, straight,
Chicks
tall, short, fat, hairy, bald. Everybody gets equal. It's not that fucking difficult.
No, it's not. Tell that to the white man.
I know. I can't stand them. I hate white people.
Kill Whitey.
Right? If I was a little bit younger and a little more stoned, I've had conversations with people where I felt like I walked out of the door going, "Kill Whitey!" Yeah.
Bro, I quote
Yeah.
Chris Farley all the time.
Right.
That's the funniest sentence. It's also so funny to say it as a white guy too. It's
Yeah.
just hilarious.
It's not so funny when other races say it though.
No, you're like, that's me. Oh no.
A lady at the store the other day said, "What's up with white people, man? I can't stand them." And the whole room was like, "Wait, what?" And I looked around. I was like, "Oh, everybody here is white. That is a weird way to start a set."
Yeah.
I'm like, "How are you gonna get out of this?"
You're Australian
She
though,
did.
right?
Yeah, which makes me not white.
I know.
Yeah,
You're
Thank you.
Aboriginal.
People try to argue that I'm white, and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm Australian. It's different."
You're from down under.
Yeah.
No, you're like dirty white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like a Mexican white.
You got some
Like I like
spice.
Mexicans a lot. Like I relate to like a lot of my friends are Cuban and stuff. I just think what they're into. I love their music. Like the whole thing with it's like no matter how bad it gets, it's never you can't give up. There's always good things coming in the future. And I'm like, yeah, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. I used to be into metal a lot, but it seemed like white metal is like, I'm very
little
angry and
racist.
I'm trying to get
Little-
people. Yeah. Like what's up with Pantera? Like
Yeah, it's like
all this, I didn't know that. I thought the Dukes of Hazzard just had a cool flag on their car. I didn't even know that meant
hey,
anything.
that's bad.
I was like, they got the horn and everything.
Look at these cowboys. They're cool. Oh, that's what that means? Oh, no.
That's what happened to me.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh no.
These racists are my heroes.
Dude, that's happened so many times to me.
They ruined it.
That Phil Anselmo guy, I got Determination tatted on my back from that second album where he said, like no one can piss on this determination. And I was like, I went back to America, dug in harder and got better at skateboarding and made a career out of it from that song. And then I see him doing white powers. I know that he's denounced it now, but I'm like, okay, dude, you're 50 and you're denouncing the Confederate flag now.
Maybe
But what about I don't know.
maybe he had to do ayahuasca and he puked up some racist demons. No.
If I wish that was true. But I feel like it's more like Pantera's back on tour and they're denouncing it so that they don't get canceled.
Yeah, probably.
If I had to-
But what if he went, bah? He's like, oh no, we are all equal.
I would be cool.
I had it wrong my whole life.
I'd be cool with that. He does need to throw up.
I believe in some hippie shit, and I
You do,
think
huh?
like if you were racist toward whatever you are, you are going to be on the receiving end on the next life. You know, I think that's a strong possibility.
Well, you think
You're
we
a-
get a next life?
Yeah, like if you're racist,
We come back as people or animals?
I think there's infinite possibilities and infinite reincarnations at this point, and
I
you
wanna
can
come
come
back
back
as a
as a
lion.
blade of grass, a lion.
I'm obsessed with lions.
If you're racist, you come back on both sides. You know, you were the giver, now you're the receiver. Like, what is it?
Yeah. Well, that means that I will come back as like Ron DeSantis because I'm the opposite of that guy.
Possibly.
You should totally say gay all the time. And
Like gay? Like
All
my
the
favorite
books-
joke ever is like gay. Is that appropriate? It's so funny to me. But not with hate in my heart, you know?
I didn't get it.
No.
Oh,
the-
you just-
like
like I'm
in
gay?
America, like in America. No, not you.
Oh, that's gay.
Well, you are gay, but I mean half gay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I listen. No, but like if somebody like rollerblading is a perfect example. You
Yeah,
go
that's
gay,
gay. Yeah.
and like that joke.
That's a lesson learned from me. Like being half a gay and having people be negative towards me made me realize how inappropriate my hatred for rollerblading was. Because it's a
That's
sport.
pretty gay, bro.
You guys, it is.
That's that's the shitty joke that's probably not appropriate that I still enjoy. But it's not malicious. It's not agnostic front.
I feel like it's okay if you're saying it with somebody who is gay who's okay with it.
okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if you were here and it was just a bunch of straight dudes and you're like, man, everybody's gay.
But that's when it's
gays.
even more funny.
You just have to agree to disagree with that. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. And then we all put on Pantera and we wear hats. And
Yeah.
It's awesome. No, it's a bad joke. Okay, too far, Craig.
What about kombucha that has they let it sit longer and it gets you a little buzz? You know about that?
Don't get me on that. I don't need that in my life.
Well,
the weed water already ruined me. I was drinking like 20 of those a day, and I was like, I got a problem.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's
Okay,
what made
maybe
me
not.
want to quit weed.
There was this raw restaurant in Santa Monica that used to give me the bottles of it, and they made it themselves, and you knew it was a good one if it was when you took the lid off, it would try to fizz up, so you had to keep the lid on for a long time. That's when you knew you had a good one. The first glass, you're like, I've got a buzz. No one knows because that's what I was married at the time and I wasn't allowed to drink, and we went to the raw restaurant and I had some and
I'll have 40 of those.
and then I said I felt it. I was like, you know what? Can I have another one, please? It just didn't say anything. And then another one and another one. I was like, it doesn't. You can't get. It's kind of like kratom. You can't die no matter how much you take. I feel like with the kombucha thing, you get a bit of a buzz, but if you drink a whole bottle or 2 bottles, it doesn't.
you just get
multiply.
diarrhea. You're like, I'm not drunk. I'm just shitting my pants.
Yeah, maybe that. But I would do that
Oh,
still because
I'm-
it was just the first one. I just like the edge, just little edge off.
I know.
You know, it's just the rest of it where I have to go buy cocaine and prostitutes. I don't need that anymore.
What is with cocaine that comes with prostitutes?
I don't know.
It is standard.
Right?
It is mandatory.
That or
It is
heroin.
like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Or heroin. I knew we were soulmates, bro.
I used to do heroin at first. When I first got into heroin, I got it off prostitutes. So my only connection was prostitutes.
And that's perfect.
I
That's
guess,
when who you're
'cause I would
supposed
get
to be with.
Sucked off, and I would get heroin. But I chased the dragon, and they told me how to chase the dragon. So I light the foil in the parking lot, and then I finally got high enough to like vomit, and I was like, "Oh man, this is really good." And then I was like, "Fuck it," I was really down. That's kind of how that goes. And then I was like, there was 2 prostitutes on the street, and I was like, "Hey, how much for both you guys?" And they're like, "Really? You like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I roll like that." And I was like, and let's get some heroin too while you're at it. And she was like, are you a cop? Because I said heroin. And I was like, no, I knew the heroin. But I'm down. And she's like, well, we only whack it up. And I was like, well, you can whack it up in me. That's cool. I don't know how to do it, so you do it. And I figured they're going to be stingy with my whack up because they bought they're going to try and keep all the heroin for themselves. So they're not going to give me a lot. So I was banging one of them while the other one injected me. And next thing you know, I wake up in a park up against like a playground swing. And I'm super cold because I've been out there for a long time. And when I realized what park it was like a really sketchy part of town that you don't want to be lying on the ground in there. And I woke up, which means I could have died, like I was out, like I could have OD'd. And then I woke up and looked at my wallet, and I was a pro skateboarder. I used to walk around Australia with, $1,000 in my wallet because I was a skateboard dickhead. It was all gone.
Yeah.
And so they robbed me, and then I walked out of there, and I remember thinking, this might be as low as you go.
And then you're like, no, we'll take it further.
Nah. I've been low again, but I've never been OD'd on heroin in a park after getting 2 hookers low ever again. That was it.
That's pretty, yeah.
I never did heroin again.
That's awesome.
It kind of cured me, which was good, because usually it's like the first time you shoot up is the beginning. But for me, the first time I shot up was the end.
I never shot up, but I smoked it a handful of times. And I remember a low for me was I left my grandmother's funeral to go smoke heroin with my buddies. And then I came back, and I wasn't so sad anymore.
Right.
And everyone's like, where'd you go? And I was like, oh, nowhere. And I just smoked dope.
Yep.
And I was like,
But that one to me I'm less offended. Because when you're in that much pain, smoking heroin sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, but I also said when she passes, I'm quitting this shit. Because my access to that poison was her, because she was on hospice, so she had all the medicines.
Oh, wow.
She had liquid morphine, Dilaudid, liquid Vicodin.
Whoa.
And so I was just making cocktails with opioid juice.
You did
and
Dilaudid drinks?
Yeah, dude. And just fucking just go to and just be all fucked up.
Yeah, that's heavy.
It was
Good for you. God, you bounced back hard, dude. That is a steaming pile of shit right there.
yeah.
Good for you.
I give this analogy a lot, but like I went swimming in the deep end, but I always would hold on to the side of the pool. I'm like, because I knew I saw where it led. Because
me too.
It not to be sad, but family members overdose, cousins, friends.
Yeah, me too.
You see it, you see where it goes, and you're like, oh, I want to visit.
Yep, me too.
I don't want to stay, but I don't even know why I wanted to visit. I know why. It takes away the pain.
Yeah.
Then you're happy.
Yeah.
Nobody's sad.
You're
on
not even
heroin.
happy. You're not even happy. You're just not thinking about the pain anymore.
Yeah.
You're just in this other spot.
You're pretty happy in that moment, but it obviously
okay.
then it drops out, and then you
then it
never
gets
felt
worse.
lower in your life,
Yep.
and you're not happy. So yeah, I guess you're not fucking happy. I take it back. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, do kettlebell swings.
Yeah, you're right.
It's so
You
lame.
inspired me. I gotta fucking work
But I
out.
think you should fight, because obviously you have aggression, and you always bring up that you're aggressive, and you always bring up in the same sentence that you don't know how to fight. And if you train with me, like, I'll teach you how to throw a 1-2 that like makes any regular man go to sleep. You don't have to be heavy. You just have to know how to pivot.
Sold, bro.
And then also I've noticed when you work out, like hitting pads, you don't know you're working out. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like concentrating on trying to hit the pad, and when it works, you're like, oh man, that was kind of cool. Versus like treadmill. And
Where do you train? Your home or
I
a
go.
gym?
I have 2 coaches, so I go.
I was like, you're a pro though. I'm gonna feel like such an
Yeah, but
asshole.
which means you could train with me,
Okay.
and I'll hold pads for you. And then if you get addicted to it and you want to go see a real boxing coach, I'll introduce you to my guy. But right now, just come into my house, smoke weed, hit pads, and go on the cold plunge.
That'll work.
That's a day.
That's a day.
Right?
I'll do that. There it is right there.
We should do that.
It's cut to me just 6 months later fighting everybody. I know how to fight. Pow!
I'd be so proud. You cranked up somebody out the other day. I'm like, good for him.
Craig's
Good for him.
kicked out of all the comedy clubs
Yeah.
for fighting all the hecklers.
They got it coming.
Shit, they do. They're monsters.
That's all I'm saying. Who heckles a comedian?
There's so it's. I blame the viral videos that I understand why comics posted, but it really is making these assholes. They enjoy it. They are like, I was the heckler in that video. I'm like, no, you were the asshole.
Yeah. You're an asshole. Like you're a piece of shit.
You're
bragging about it.
You ruined the show for 200-300, depending on the venue size, 400 or 500 people, and the comic, and probably your date, unless she's a dumb fuck like you.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's mostly white women
that are offended.
No, that are hecklers.
Yeah, but they're hecklers because they're offended, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I see that a lot too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
People get bummed out when I talk about. So I got a joke about having sex with China. I liked her, you know. Like,
you had sex with China?
Yeah.
She's living Redondo, right here.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I went to her house there.
Oh shit! You said no. You're like, oh yeah, I banged her there.
It was before I went to. It was before I knew what Redondo was.
Oh yeah, she was awesome. I grew up watching her.
Yeah, she's a really cool person. But one of the part of the joke is she died, you know, because she did.
Yeah.
And
in Redondo,
people get super mad at me when I say that bit, and I'm like, I mean, that is factual.
Yeah.
I didn't say hell yeah she died. Like I was like, she died. It's a bummer. But a lot of people get mad at me when I bring that up.
Yeah,
like you can't talk about having sex with somebody and then that they died in the same sentence. Like, is that bad?
Not in Hollywood. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's I like telling true stories too, and I like saying fucked up shit to make fun of it because it does bring light to dark shit, and sometimes people just don't get that. What they need to do is get their fucking head out of their ass, because even though I may have offended you, I also may have helped heal other people that have, even if it's silly, weird shit, someone may have resonated with that, and it could have helped them by making light of my grandma dying. Obviously, it fucking hurt. I loved her. I lived with her, and she took care of me. But sometimes you just need to make fun of fucked up shit.
Yep.
And it's annoying when people just have fucking hidey-tidies on, you know?
Yep.
And you're just like, you suck.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't say anything. If you get offended, just like keep it to yourself. Because it's not going to go anywhere good. And you sound stupid. And you're obviously hurt too, because if you're that triggered that you start shouting stuff in your chair, you've got like your own little problems.
Yeah.
And they're not ours. So you need to sort those out. I would go to therapy. If I was about to say something because I was offended, first thing I do is shut the fuck up. Second thing I would do is in the morning call a therapist and tell my therapist when I have the appointment, hey, I feel like I need to yell at comedians when they say stuff that I don't like. Do you have anything for that? And then if they're a good therapist, they'll explain to you that you're a douche and you need to get over yourself. Fucktard.
And yeah, and I would say even fuck the therapist and go to a shaman and get a mushroom and then go to the comedy show. And then you'll be like, this guy's the best comedian I've ever seen.
You'll probably find out that, yeah.
And then you won't be offended. And you're like, it's all one love. We're all connected. Namaste.
Then, right? And then if you're not offended, then you're happy versus upset. And then if you live a happy life versus an upset life, when you're about to die, you look back on it and go, that was a good idea.
Yeah. And it's also just like you watch a movie, right? You don't love all the movies you watch. So you didn't like that comic. So you just don't go to that comic show anymore. I don't understand it. It's like at home you change the channel, but at a live show you try to sabotage the whole thing. Just leave or change the channel. Go to another comic the next time.
All right.
You sweaty bitch. I'm just kidding.
You probably are sweaty though. You're definitely a bitch.
But when it's dudes, it's violent. 90% of the time, it's white women. 95. And then the other 5, it's dudes. But then it gets scary because you're like, am I going to get assaulted on stage? And you almost need to stay ready. So with dudes, it's almost worse. Even though it's way less. Because you're like, oh, a chair's coming at me. A dude threw a chair at Steph Tollef. A dude.
A chair?
At the fucking Comedy Store. Yeah. Yeah.
I would be... I know it's not right, but...
I mean, she had it coming.
I'd be pretty
I'm just kidding. These are jokes, folks. I love her. She's an absolute monster on stage. She's so fucking funny. Yeah, and she'll make fun of motherfuckers, and it's funny, and
Yeah.
she kills.
Your fucking comedy store, man. Like,
Yeah, and that dude
she's
threw a chair.
roasting you like you're at the comedy store.
I saw a dude throw a chair at Sam Tripoli, and the door guy
That's
caught
different.
it. I know he. Sam
I thought
does,
about throwing a chair at him a couple times.
Sam does have it coming. That's not a joke.
He knows.
I
He knows
fucking
he had it
love
coming.
Sam Tripoli.
Me
That guy
too.
is the man.
I love him too. But
That
man,
guy,
if
I
a
think
chair
they-
hit him, I'd be like, well, fucking,
Yeah,
did you hear what
what'd
he
he
said?
do? What'd he say? What'd he do? What'd he say? And the comedy store guy caught it. Thank God, because the guy didn't throw it far enough, and it would have just hit
Oh, man.
other patrons in
Yeah.
like the head. But they all saw it coming. And then Sam is such a gangster and a G at stand up and a real one in real life that he said the guy got kicked out. Obviously, he threw a chair. And then he's like, "No, your girl stays." And then his girlfriend stayed.
Yeah.
And then she, that was the most gangster shit I've ever seen.
And then he bashed the boyfriend to the girlfriend for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. And
So
then
good.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to fight. I don't like people being angry at me, but part of me was if I accidentally did that and someone tried to fight me, it would be cool because
You're trained.
like I'll beat your ass, you know, and that would be like a revert. It'd be like, man, I don't like you. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm like, you're about to make a huge mistake, you know what I mean? And then I beat him up, and then I'll be like, give him to security, and I'll be like, okay,
yeah.
let me get back to it. That I would feel pretty cool, but I really hope I'd rather that didn't happen ever.
Yeah, it's funny how much we're like, it's like I want peace and love and harmony for everyone, but also like we gotta get knocked out and knock some people out sometimes.
Yeah, regulators.
I've said this many of times. That, like my biggest life lessons were usually like being knocked out and being like, oh,
yeah,
like I deserve that.
yeah.
You
I
know.
see it a lot on YouTube videos and stuff where people are saying stuff where I'm like, if you get knocked out, I don't wish, because I know some people get knocked out and they don't come back the same ever. Sometimes they don't come back. So it's a dangerous world, dangerous game to play. But sometimes men do things and say things, sometimes women too, where you need to be switched off. And then when you wake up, you need to, I mean, I'll break it down to you. Like, this is what happened, this is what you did, and that's why you're waking up right now. And if you want to continue it, you can go back to sleep. I have no problem doing that for you. You know, you got to realize that that's not going to fly in this world.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's all. And I'm talking about, you know, really crazy stuff that, you know, injustices, like you're bullying people, picking on somebody physically who's smaller than you. I'll walk across the street and beat your ass for that. I don't have to know the person.
I go down some YouTube rabbit holes where bullies get bullied.
Yeah.
And it's the
and
best
it's great.
ever.
What about the deaf kid, or he's like deaf, I think, and then one guy starts beating that kid up, and then another bigger guy comes over and goes boom and knocks him out. He's like, he's dead. Like you were beating up
I love that. We need that's a hero.
He is a hero.
I seen that one poor chubby kid getting picked on by a little skinny kid, and he's poking him and calling him fat and being so fucking mean and like hitting him because he can't get him because he's big. And then finally the big kid gets him and he slams him and breaks his leg. And I was like, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah, it is.
That's what you get.
It's completely
Enjoy
fair.
your limp for being a horrible kid.
Yeah.
I like that shit because I feel like I needed that and lacked that. And then I finally got it and I was like, oh, change, learn.
Wait, you were
grow.
a bully?
No, I mean, a little bit. Yeah, for sure. But I got bullied too.
All right.
It was almost like I got bullied and I was like, oh shit, I better run with the bullies. Otherwise I'm going to get bullied.
Oh.
But I wouldn't say I tortured anyone. Like when we were kids, yeah, we beat up some kids. It just happens. You're fucking 8. You run with the pack of wild kids. You're like, let's get the big kid.
Hey, I never
Let's
did.
take him down.
I always
I'll
got
get his
beat up.
ankles. I don't know why. We just did it. I mean, no one got injured. You're fucking 8.
It is better. I got beat up in the cricket nets for a whole lunch break, and I wasn't even bleeding.
Yeah,
They just kicked me in the stomach for like 30 minutes. Wasn't that
and
big
it's
of a deal?
just fine. It's weird. It's
But
weird.
I never bullied anybody. I got bullied, which
Good
is
on you.
why I don't know if I would have if I ever got the opportunity. I definitely, when I was cool at skateboarding, I was a bully to, like, not physically, but, you know, I'd be like, man, your shoes are whack, you know, don't talk to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I actually like
I was
bully's a bad. Like it's got such a stigma on it. Also, it was like the '90s. It was just different back then.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I was a bully. I was more just into hey, let's do some shit. All right, let's throw apples. Who we gonna get? It wasn't like
Right,
that kid
hello.
every fucking day. There was never a target. It was like let's
Dude,
do
my
stuff.
My kid's getting attacked right now because of me.
Damn, that's
Going through it.
crazy. Because you're famous.
Everybody at school is attacking him because, I'm open about my sexuality and I have an OnlyFans account and they found out.
That'd be so funny if you just go start beating up kids.
I wouldn't be here very long. That's an automatic back to Australia you go, I believe. Punching children. So thanks
Dude,
for that
Jason
advice, Greg,
knocked-
but I'm going to skip it.
Jason knocked 30, 14-year-olds
Hey,
out.
don't think I haven't thought about it, dude. Like, I went to the graduation the other day and I was eyeballing every kid in that fucking group going, which one is it? Like, give me a sign, you know? But what am I going to do if I get a sign? Like, nothing. He just has to take it and realize that later in life, I'm hoping that you'll know, now you know how it feels, so you won't do it to other people. Because people that pick on people like that are doing it because of their own insecurities and fears, and their parents same.
I couldn't even imagine, because if it happens to you, it's one thing, but to a fucking child,
It's really bad. I'm apologizing to both of them right now, over and over again. I'm so sorry that I've brought this on them. It's not their fault in any way. I'm just, I think about me too much. Their mother pointed it out, and she's very mad at me, and she kind of has a right. I do think about me too much. I am what I am.
Are you gonna stop it? The OnlyFans?
If they want me to, yeah.
It's just
But
funny.
they already told me today.
It'd be funny if you're like, I make too much money at it, bro.
I do.
Yeah, I know.
I don't make that much money from anything else, so I really kind of need it. But I told them that if they want me to take it down, I will. But my daughter told me that the damage is already done. If you take it down, they don't even have it anymore. They just bring up that you have been.
Well, then you're like, well, I'll keep making money then.
And then I posted a video kissing a boy yesterday. I had to take that down because everybody freaked out. And I was like, it wasn't like a tongue. It was just like, I love a guy. It's Pride Month. And I was just trying to express myself and make it out like it's okay to be this. Nobody should be angry about it. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I love this guy. He loves me. I'm just trying to show people that if you're like me and you're scared to bring yourself out, it's okay to be me. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to be bi. It's okay to love a guy or a girl. You can love both. It's okay. But it's obviously not yet, because I really bummed out a lot of people, and it showed me that we got a long way to go, which is why I reposted it today with less graphic stuff to try. I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to bum anybody out. I just want people to know that it's okay to be me, and if you're like me, you don't need to fear it. Sure, people are going to bring heat to you, but it's your life. I'm going to die living your life, knowing what I really am. No. I'm just going to disappear into the dirt, living the life that makes you happy. No.
It is really sad, and you are doing a noble thing, because I worked at Trader Joe's West Hollywood. Everything goes back to Trader Joe's. I bring that up because we're right near. No. This will make sense in a fucking second, bro. Sorry, it's all right. I know you have this big heartful moment. I'm like, Trader Joe's, get your biscuits today. No, this will make fucking sense.
It's awesome. Go ahead.
I worked at Trader Joe's in West Hollywood. It's predominant. I was in the heart of Boys Town, and we're also near Beverly Hills, which got a lot of money and a lot of ethnicities. I won't even name them, but who cares? It's Middle Eastern shit. And they are not allowed to be gay in their culture. Yeah. And how many times did you ring up gay married dudes that have a whole family and have a whole secret life? Because we work with all the queens. You'll be like, I sucked that guy's dick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
all my trans friends hook up with straight guys all the time. And then I'm like, you're not straight. You're a little bit like me. I'm not gay. I'm not straight.
And they hide it. They hide it the whole
You know
fucking
why?
life.
Because everybody kills them for it.
Yeah.
You lose your friends. You live in a house by yourself and nobody comes to see you anymore because they think you might want to see their dick. It's not easy.
Yeah, you just wear
it's
extra
getting
underwear,
worse lately,
bro.
too. How was it? You fucking asshole.
No, but it's true because you just see motherfuckers. I got like some family was hesitant to come out because of parents' Christians' belief, and like I won't name them because people get angry, but like certain relatives I have would, say awful shit like you're going to hell, you're gonna burn in all of eternity for being gay, and then when they find out their kid's gay, and they've been spewing all this hate. But the good thing is with awareness, motherfucker watch videos on how all these gay people commit suicide because of pressures from societies, cultures, parents,
I've
religions.
thought about it, dude.
And then
I'm older and successful, and I've thought about ending it.
But just props to my family for learning that, and then now it's fine, and now he takes his kids to Pride and shit. It's like it's switched. It went from burning in hell to I'll take you to the drag show
Because they got the knowledge.
Yeah, and
that's
so
all it is. You just need to know them and realize it's real. It's not a fake thing.
It occurs in nature.
It's not a choice. Like, that thing is so crazy. It's not a choice. I'm both. And I don't want to say it because I got to...
With it.
I'm happy that I am me. But I have gone through a decade of, if you could give me a pill that takes it away, I'll fucking gladly take that pill because it's a nightmare. I hate bringing it up. I hate the way people go, he's a little fucking... I'm like, oh, man.
Fucking gay.
Calm down, dude. I don't want to suck you all off, you fucking idiots. None of you are that hot anyway. Like, get off me.
Ah, shit, that's funny.
I always say it, your mum sucks cock. And she's not a bad person, right? So why am I bad for sucking a cock? That's my theory. And your mum sucked a cock. If she was a good mum, she sucked a cock. I mean, a good wife. Sorry. Oh no!
Happy Pride.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's all love. It's just a shame that motherfuckers can't be themselves because of outside. It's just be you, man.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Even if it's a tad unfortunate, just be you. It's not so bad.
Oh, let's get spicy. Should I ask crazy questions then? What are your all the hot topics on those Republican channels?
Yeah.
Do you think I gotta speak correctly because I don't want to get canceled? Do you think trans women should compete in sports?
I think it's similar to the abortion thing. Like, I'm not a girl, so I feel like that's like a.
You won't speak. Okay, that's
I will
fair.
though. I will. Here's my opinion. No. I think that unless I mean, I've heard different stories, and I don't know if they're factual. I've heard the Olympics test everybody for their testosterone levels. And if your testosterone levels are higher than the other athletes, then you're not in the Olympics. So there's no man that is now a woman who has like this, like the South Park thing where they're just gigantic men that have just transitioned last year and they're still men and way stronger than you. If that was the case, then fuck no, you shouldn't be competing against women. But if it's levels are all the same and you don't have any advantages, like if your body's bigger, like I feel like black people run faster. I'm not trying to be racist, but
forgot.
It seems like if you look at all the world records, black guys, long distance and short distance, seem to smoke white guys. Like, should we have them race?
Kill Whitey. No.
Should we have them race in a different category? I just, my only thing is I want equal rights. I feel like being an Olympian is like a privilege. And as an athlete, if I was to transition and they were like, no, Jason, you can't, you're obviously going to win these contests. Your body's different. It's not fair. I would be okay with that. As much as I love to be in the contest, I feel like you should have equal rights as a trans man or a trans woman. You should be allowed to go to the doctor and get the same deal. Being a Olympian, I just think
that's fair.
The science is not there
yet.
I haven't met a scientist that goes, no, Jason, the levels are all been tested and nobody's getting an advantage. If that's the case, that day happens, then yes, they should compete with each other. But I don't know that for sure. So, like, I have a friend that's a boxer. He's born a female who's a man, and he boxes men. Like, should we stop that?
No.
Right. So I
Because he's not gonna win. No,
The difference is he won. Dude, he had a fight a month ago and knocked the dude out.
nice.
Knocked the born dude out.
No, that's awesome. But I forgot who did it, but it was a brilliant stand-up comic bit where they said, I think trans women should be able to compete in all sports. You just gotta stop winning, guys. You know.
Well, that's the other thing. They're not.
That's what. No, but
Like, it's
that's
just this big news thing where they keep posting that, like, some chick is a weightlifter and she just bumped somebody out. She didn't even get in the top 100. Like, she's nowhere near winning. There is no trans Olympian gold medalist. Do you realize that? No one's won. There's this report, some trans girl beat a 16-year-old in a skateboard contest. It was a piece of shit skateboard contest. Nobody was good. Trans girl wasn't good. The 16-year-old wasn't good. Nobody gives a shit. It was just some fucking contest with like 12 people in it, and it's like, bleh, headlines. They're taking their trophies. It's like, that's not really.
No, I do believe
that's
it's
not
just
really happening.
I believe also too, it's just something to divide, and it's just
Yeah,
It's
same
like
with
this will make them all
Same
hate
with the
each other
kitty litter
and
thing.
froth at the mouth.
Same with the man. Did you know your kids are dressed as cats, taking shit in kitty litters?
It was like one time, one kid.
No, it never happened.
Yeah, see, it's all this. It clickbait. That
You
that
gotta
damn
think-
that
you
Will
gotta
Smith
use-
got me. I was like, I know I saw that article. I didn't fucking make this up.
You gotta use your.
It's all clickbait.
When you hear it, you gotta go. Wait a minute. Think about it with your rational brain for like 20 minutes before you say anything, and you go, wait. If I had a kid,
I know, now
and
I
she
feel
came
bad
home, you imagine if your kid.
asking the question because I felt like I just fell into the clickbait algorithm that I just asked it. It's not nailed up. But you know, like I just asked the clickbait question that's designed to divide us. But it was just like, well, I just, yeah, we'll edit all this out.
Probably. Thank you.
No, I thought you had a
get
good
canceled.
answer.
Okay, then go ahead and run that.
Yeah, but even that, like, you just get scared. You're like, hey, I'm preaching love here, but you're just like, oh no.
I've got trans friends that might find what I said offensive.
Yeah,
I've also got
straight fans that might find what you said
they're-
offensive,
they're-
and you're just like, you can't even win. You're just
I
like,
lost 2,000 followers yesterday from posting that I like boys. It's okay.
yeah.
It's life. I get it. But
That's what happened. I lost 5,000 when I post my like that, bro.
See, that's both sides. See, I want to say that I think that's bullshit.
It is.
Like, I think if you get mad at me for being gay, it's bullshit. If you get mad at, like, you're not a Republican, but if you were and you shoot guns, what? Well, let him shoot a gun. Like, if he's holding the kid and he's got it in his head, okay. Okay. We should probably report that.
no kids.
No.
My finger was,
But if he's just like,
Hey.
I got a gun, I like shooting, what are you doing?
yeah, dude, it's annoying. It's
Especially
like, why can't we just be who we are if it's in harmony and peace and love, and we're not trying to impede on anybody's sovereign rights? It's just you do you, I do me. Leave me. Like, why we always gotta punish?
But that's what's happened is people were trying to stand for a good thing, and people have twisted things so they all become attached. Like even you saying let's talk political, and you talk about trans rights. Trans rights is not a political fucking conversation. It's a human being. Like, it's not I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat where trans people are real or gay people are real. It's not political. Gay people are fucking real. Trans people are real. If you want to really hate them, go ahead. If you want to really accept them, go ahead. But it's not a political. Like, I don't want to tax. What the fuck? It's got nothing to do with like some politician's gonna tell me what a trans person is. You dumb fuck. Like, show me one of them that knows anything or has met one. I'll tell you who. That Buddha judge guy. Because he's a fucking homo. Which means he's met a bunch of them. And every time he talks about it, it makes sense.
And it's also rings to be true. How many homophobic senators always end up getting caught with a fucking boy?
That's the other thing.
Oh, okay.
Those are the guys.
See?
Those are the guys slipping their hand under the toilet thing. Like, I've ratted out a guy doing that. You know that?
Wait, what's that thing?
Dude, at the airport, I think it's in Vegas. There's a toilet where they know. So there's toilet roll things, and they got the little rolly thing that you put the toilet roll on. There's a bunch of them, goes all the way down. They take the toilet rolls out, so there's a gap underneath the stall. So they reach their hand on the other side and tap it. And if you see the hand tap it, that means you can put your dick there and he'll jerk it off or suck it off or whatever. That's like gay.
At an airport?
I was at an airport, just so happened
I
to
mean,
be.
I thought I was like in the sex shops. I didn't know it was at LAX, bro. That's fantastic.
Dude, I was at the airport, minding my own business, not knowing about it, and then all of a sudden a hand comes out from under the toilet roll, and I'm like, what the fuck? and it goes, and because I'm half a gay and I've gone to glory holes before, I know the code, and I was like, what? Wait. This is a glory hole?
Did you do
in
it?
Vegas airport? Fuck no.
I thought you were gonna say yeah.
I did not. I got out of there fast. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't.
What
do
if
it.
you're like, yes, this is my first time. That's why I'm gay now.
But the guy that got
At an
out,
airport.
I waited for the guy to get out so that I could check him, and he was like an old straight guy. Like he wasn't, but he was looking to suck some dude's dick at the airport. Like, just the level of crime. Like you're having sex in an airport. Like what's the charge? Like what is this maniac doing? It's like 3:00 in the afternoon. I'm like, what? If the cops get you, how fucked is your life?
You know
Like,
what's funny? That guy
I
probably,
don't- I don't-
that
if I
guy
get
probably
caught-
doesn't even drink or smoke, but he sucks strangers off
Yeah.
at the airport.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their bag, bro.
Yeah, he's right. Everyone
That's
knows.
I'm almost glad I went to drugs. I don't want to be sucking dick at an
Yeah.
airport. Be like,
Yeah, I did
This
both.
is how I
Trust
stay
me.
sane.
Drugs was a good choice.
Don't judge me.
People would still love me if I just had junkie stories. It's all the foot fucking stories that get me in trouble.
Oh, shit. Okay, we've been going. I love you. We got a final question.
Yes.
Now that we kind of been touching on this, but what some of my shit is community service is just like us. You actually already did a story of a low point that made you become a better person, and it just immediately popped in. You doing heroin with hookers made you quit heroin.
Yeah.
But
Thanks,
then,
ladies. Good looking out on that one.
and then the final question, you got a good pooping of the pants story.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. Okay, I got a skateboard one and a gay one. The gay one's really embarrassing.
Oh man, we might need both of these.
Okay, well, I'll do the skate one first then. So, the skate one is, I was skating Mega Ramp. Mega Ramp is like this really big ramp, and it has a really big roll in. It's like 100-foot high, but the transition is kind of gradual, and then you shoot off over the 70-foot gap. So I was skating that, and then the next day I went to the YMCA to skate the Y ramp, and the YMCA is a normal ramp, but it has a really big roll in at the top, and it shoots you into the vert ramp. But the transitions are very small compared to the Mega Ramp. And I was a little hungover, and I showed up at the ramp, and I was a big dog back then. I just drop in from the roll in first try and fly into the air. I get there, put all my pads on, get up on the big roll in, and the roll in, when I get to the transition, it was just a little tighter than I expected, and it kind of caught me off guard. And I was like, whoa! And then I flew into the air and threw my board away, and I was like, no way! Just full shotted my pants. And I landed on the ramp and looked up at my friend. I was like, I gotta go. He was like, what? What are you talking about? You just got here. I'm like, I shit my pants. And then they all started laughing, and I went home and threw my underwear in the trash. It was pretty embarrassing.
You shit midair, bro.
Yeah. No. I shit the trend right before I took off, and then flew into the air with shit in my pants. But the worst one,
I've heard of people shitting their pants in a lot of places, but never the air.
dude. One time, Tony Hawk shit his pants at a demo, and we did doubles together, and he told me when he shit his pants, and I was like, wait, you went over me with shit in your pants? He's like, I guess. I thought that was the coolest story ever.
He's like, he didn't get a waft of
Yeah,
it.
I didn't know. I didn't smell it. No.
Tony stinks today.
But dude, the worst one is, this is like the first time I ever like hooked up with I was like a friend, a gay guy, and he's like, come to Palm Springs. I got a party, house, pool, jacuzzi, all that. I was like, cool. Never been to like a gay party before. So I go there and I meet all these people that I don't know. They're all very nice. Things happen. And then we come back outside to the pool, and I got no clothes on. Everyone's got no clothes on. I sit down on a pool couch, and I start rolling a joint, and, you know, like some things happened in my butt earlier, and I didn't really think anything of it, but I sneezed while I was rolling the joint.
Oh, shit.
And when I sneezed, I had no idea. Like, I'd never been butt fucked like that before either. It was like a pretty good ramming, and when I sneezed, I shit this couch, and I'm like, you gotta be... I don't know anybody here.
You gotta go now.
No, I know. I'm like, do I just bounce?
Yes.
I don't, dude. I get up and I walk over to the jacuzzi that is full of men, and I go, hey, this is super embarrassing, and it sucks that everybody's here to hear it, but I just sneezed and shit all over your couch. Is there anything I can do to get it off?
You're a good person, bro.
And they were like,
you're a good person.
They were good. They were like, oh, look, that sucks. But yeah, look, I have something, and then you can hose it. So then the worst part to me was I went over to the side of the pool and was hosing poo off a couch cushion while they were all partying in the jacuzzi. And I was like,
yeah.
You're a big gay loser.
Bro.
And then I left. I just said, see you guys. They're like, wait, you're not going to stay? And I was like, no, I believe that my time has come. And yes, I will never speak to any of you again. And that is what happened. So there you go, Craig.
That might be one of the best poop stories I've ever heard.
I've had some
classic.
uncomfortable moments, but I remember walking towards the jacuzzi going, you really going to say it? Are you really going to say it?
Bro, I would have flipped the cushion over and left.
You can't do that.
Yes, you can.
That's so brutal.
Repent later. I am sorry, God. I shit on that man's cloud couch. I am so sorry.
I had to do
It was a nice house. He could buy another cushion.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cost is my dignity.
I lost that years ago.
Me too.
It's kind of fun.
They got nothing on me.
Right?
They got nothing on me.
I can't get any lower. What are you going to do?
I owed everybody money, the credit cards, my family, and the credit cards would call my uncle and be like, just pressure me.
Oh.
And then you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, he hates me. I owe him money.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
But with others, with their dignity, it works. They call people. They call their work. They call their husbands, wives, wherever. And they,
Not you.
Not here.
Yeah.
Not here. You got nothing.
What dignity?
I shit on couches and flip the cushion.
Wow.
Give me your best shot.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I got a little bit of dignity left now. At least I told him.
Bro, I fucking love you. Thank you
Me
for
too,
doing
dude.
my podcast.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Everybody check him out. He's funny as shit. He's in the trenches. He's doing the work. Check out his podcast. Fucking
The Jason Ellis Show.
Yes.
And Hawk versus Wolf. I got 2 podcasts.
Yes. He's the man. And thank you for having my back when I was about to fight a heckler that I probably would have lost. No, I would have.
My other friend has 30 pro fights, and he was ready too. So.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I got backup.
Yeah, you were gonna be fine.
Oh, thank you, bro. That is it. Tune in, like, subscribe. All links will be provided. Much love, and stop hating on gay people if you're one of them.
Yeah.
And just be you. Do what you want to do. Respect others. It's so
all.
simple.
Right.
I love you all. Namaste.